this is rather insane, but currently Xbox is threatening to stop selling games in the UK if they don't approve the Activision Blizzard deal. Now, I want to discuss because this is a rather nuclear option. Right now, Microsoft is pissed. They're straight up saying that they are completely freaking angry about the fact that this $70 billion deal isn't just done. But I want to talk about it because something about this, I think they're just trying to really puff up their chest. I think that Xbox is trying to make an empty threat that, while very tough sounding, I think it is a bluff. Let's talk about it. What's up, gamers? DreamcastGuy here. Hi, hope you're having a great day. If you could like this video and subscribe if you haven't already. So obviously right now the Activision Blizzard deal is still very deep in court. Microsoft wants to buy them to get extended and very profitable access to games like Call of Duty and Diablo 4. In fact, as I record this, Diablo 4 has just come out. I've been playing it for about 16 hours straight, so if I look tired, it's because I was slaying demons all night. But over here on Twitter, people are discussing this. Bloomberg just posted a big article, which unfortunately I can't read because they charge you to even look at their articles. But I did find a good point-by-point breakdown. Microsoft's president, which is this guy Brad Smith, is completely fuming. This guy is actually downright enraged about this deal not being done by now. A lot of countries have already approved the Activision Blizzard deal. The way this works is that essentially it has to get the rubber stamp. It has to get the green light from all the different countries to make sure it's actually fair for business. Can Microsoft buy something for $70 billion, and yet Sony is still able to sell PlayStations and Nintendo is still able to sell Switches? That's basically what they're saying. This won't break the game industry. And what's weird is that the UK has been very, very against it. In fact, they have actually straight up said right now the deal is blocked. They're not allowing them to buy it. Now, the primary complaint that the UK has, among other things, is the idea of cloud streaming services. Is that right now, well, Xbox is kind of kicking butt with their cloud stuff. I've actually been testing it out quite a bit. It's kind of weird how well it works, actually. This is Halo Infinite. It plays just like it's on my Xbox Series X. This automatically transferred my save file. I mean, Xbox Game Pass on your phone is super good. This controller is like $90 on Amazon. It's super seamless. Like, look at this. Instantly, everything you do. Now, it seems like UK is very afraid of this, is that their cloud technology is way ahead of everybody else. Trust me, I've tested what PlayStation has to offer, the PlayStation Now. Microsoft is completely stomping their faces. So if hypothetically someday they decided to put World of Warcraft on this, if they put Call of Duty on this, if they put Diablo 4 on this, the fear that the UK government has is that nobody else could compete. This would just be so powerful that everybody else would be stuck in the cloud gaming dust forever. But here's what's interesting is that the Xbox president very vehemently disagrees. I think he wants to get this deal done to sort of actually start to sort out the nitty-gritty and get them to work on making Microsoft games. Now, they have already made a lot of promises and a lot of concessions. They have said straight up, we don't plan on making these games exclusive. So Call of Duty, Diablo, everything else, Overwatch 5 or whatever the hell garbage that's going to be, those games are still coming to PlayStation. They've even actually said something like whatever console comes after PlayStation 6, it's still going to get Xbox games, even if it's like, Activision, Blizzard stuff, that's still going to be coming to PlayStation. But it seems like the UK government isn't buying it. Microsoft's president, Brad Smith, is meeting with the UK Chancellor Jeremy Hunt over the blocked deal. Smith is expected to push back against the Competition and Markets Authority. This is the CMA. The CMA has said straight up unequivocally, this is bad for gamers. Some of the complaints they had as well is that as Game Pass gets bigger, crazier games, because they're definitely going to be putting Call of Duty on Game Pass, they fear that it's going to make an unfair influence. They kind of pitched around the idea that this subscription service would just be so cheap and so accessible that other people trying to sell games, it would not be a even balance. They also seem to think that if they got, stuff like Call of Duty on Game Pass, for some reason, the CMA thinks that they would immediately jack up the price of Xboxes, or they jack up the price of controllers, or jack up the price of Game Pass. I think they are going to raise the price of Game Pass, but to act like they're going to do this so instantaneously is definitely untrue, but the CMA is dead set on that. Microsoft is exploring legal options, including bypassing UK order by withdrawing Activision from the UK market. Actually think about that. This is the major headline that everybody is freaking out about. They're talking about the extreme option of withdrawing Activision from the UK. That means in the entire United Kingdom, nothing that Activision Blizzard is making. That is insane. Now, understandably, a lot of people in the comments are freaking out, saying this is game over. This is truly the most ridiculous freaking threat. Like, if they actually do this, I mean, it's definitely going to hurt the UK. That's not only are people not going to be able to buy games, but that's a lot of taxable profit. Like, selling games in the UK gives money to the UK government. They're basically saying, we will starve you out. Now, people are understandably saying this is a bluff. Whoops, why did I click that guy's profile? People are understandably saying that this is a bluff. And personally, that's what I think. I think that this is a lot of them trying and puff themselves up and go, oh yeah, you want to try and block our deal? Well, it's still happening regardless, and we'll sell it in 100 different countries, and your people can use VPNs. I'm seeing a lot of gamers just sort of discuss even the hypothetical of this because it would be extremely bad for gamers. I guess to me, this is kind of the funniest part. It's just so absurd. But the CMA is claiming they want to protect the gamers from bad business. But if they do this, gamers get less games. I mean, it's just such a weird conundrum that I really don't see a clean option out of. I think the CMA is going to fold. I think the CMA is going to actually allow it. I think the UK government is going to capitulate. And if they don't, we'll see if they... what other concessions can they even make? Microsoft is just in such a weird spot. I think they want this deal done. I think Microsoft is absolutely freaking annoyed as hell, and they're willing to pay some bribes to get it done. Like, imagine that you're these people. Let's be a bit sympathetic here. Imagine you are an Xbox lawyer or an Xbox executive just trying to sign that next big exclusive game, and yet everybody has been tied up with this for now over a year. This has been going on for like 16 months, 18 months. I don't know. I kind of hope this just gets resolved. Personally, whether it gets approved or denied, whether this gets completed or Microsoft moves on to buy something else, I just wish this would get done. I'm not even saying I'm bored of the topic. I think this entire case is that messy bitch energy that I kind of enjoy. But this is just so drastic and drug out. At this point, I just want to hear about some freaking games. Xbox, wow me at the Xbox showcase with some freaking gameplay, please. I don't want to hear a single guy in suit talk about this Activision Blizzard deal ever again. But what do you guys think? Please give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already, and please keep dreaming. If you guys are playing Diablo 4, whether you're playing it now or you're playing it in the future, I have a clan. If you want to join my clan, it's called Big Critties. Find Big Critties. Join Big Critties. Thanks so much for watching that video. If you want to see something else, you can always click this link to see what I put up last, or, subscribe and see what's coming up next. Also, I promise that whatever I do, it'll try not to suck.